All right, so this is the real world situations matching. If you haven't got this worksheet yet, go ahead and pause and make sure you go to the towers and grab it. All right, so for green, I'm gonna go through a couple examples. You're gonna have them filled out, the examples, and then you're gonna go to a station to complete it and turn it into the tray after. Blue, you're actually going to complete this at your desk after this video is over. All right, and then you will also turn it in. So the first section here on the first page, you have 4 different situations and 4 separate graphs. All right, I'm actually going to do one for you, so then you only have 3 left that you have to match the situation to the graph. All right, so what we have to do is we have to think about what the situation is and what the axes are going to be labeled. So if we read the spray tan, this first situation, it tells us that we get 1 spray tan for free. Then we pay a fixed rate for each spray after the first one. All right, and then we want to always notice what our X and our Y axis are going to be labeled. All right, so what this means is, if we think about this, if these are my number of spray tans, my X, all right, what I do know is that after I got 1 spray, because I got the first one free, I know that for my Y, I still spent $0. Okay, and then now on my second spray, I know I'm going to have some amount of money, but I'm not sure what because they didn't tell me. They just said a fixed rate. So then now I'm going to have to pay something. All right, but I do know for a fact the first spray should be 0. So if we think about our axis, all right, I also know it's a fixed rate. So that means like a constant rate of change, which would mean some kind of straight line. All right, and it's going to be going in a positive direction too because every spray I get, so as X increases, so if this is my X axis, as X increases, my cost is also my Y, my total money would be going up. All right, so if I look at all these, I know that as I move to 1 on the X axis, I know I haven't spent any money yet, so my Y should still be 0. So it doesn't look like that graph fits. If I go to my next axis, or my next graph, remember X is the number of spray tans, number of sprays. All right, and then Y is the number or the amount of money, total money. All right, so when I received 1 spray, remember I still was at $0. So this looks like it could work. And then let's say for the second spray, here's our next dot. We don't know how much money it was, but we did know that it needed to go up. And then if we look at this here, this would make a straight line. All right, we're not making it a line because each spray is individual, but that does show a constant rate of change. So what we would say is this situation matches this graph. All right, and then you would have 3 more situations here to work through and look at what X is talking about, look at what Y is talking about, and see if you can't find that pattern in any of these graphs. All right, on the back side, if you need to pause and listen to that again, go ahead and do that. On the back side of the paper, you're actually given a situation with a graph and an equation, and you're going to have to answer the question. All right, so this one talks about horseback riding lessons. They show that this is the graph that represents it. All right, so you're taking riding lessons at a local stable. There is a registration fee plus a charge per lesson. All right, so they already give you the equation. So you have a registration fee, so that's your flat fee. So that would be your $75. All right, and then they say you're also going to be charged per lesson. All right, so here would be my per lesson charge. So it'd be $30 per lesson. So now the actual question, and X, they tell you here X is the number of lessons. All right, so this is my number of lessons. So the question is here, how much would you pay for 12 lessons? All right, and I'm not going to give you the answer here, but I'm going to definitely help you know how to set it up. Well, if we want to take these writing lessons, we got to pay the $75 no matter what. And then if we're getting a total of 12 lessons, all right, well, for every lesson, we have to pay $30. And if we're going to get 12 lessons, then that means that our X, our number of lessons, is now going to be 12. So we can evaluate this to get the total amount of money that we would spend. All right, and you're going to need to do that and apply that for each situation. So you have a situation for computer repair with a graph and equation, and same thing with painting a building. All right, so this is what you're going to do for your real world activity. Remember, green, you're going to go to a station, but you must have these notes to attend the station. Blue, you're going to do it on your own. All right, but you're all going to turn it into the tray once it's complete. All right, so try your best on this, and